that is on the astigmatism. It's a kind of refractive error, and in this video you will learn more about astigmatism with diagrams, as I have prepared some notes for you also, and you can view that by viewing the whole video till last. Thank you so much for viewing my previous videos and giving your precious love towards those videos, and thank you for being connected with my channel, and have a look over this video. Starting with the astigmatism topic in ophthalmology discussion, we need to learn that what is astigmatism. It's a type of refractive error in which the refraction varies in different meridia, where the rays of light entering the eye cannot converge to a point focus, hence form focal lines. It means that it's a type of refractive error in which the refraction varies in different meridia, means in hypermetropia and in myopia it doesn't vary. It may focus in a point, having a point of focus in the eye, but in astigmatism it focuses by forming the multiple focal lines, and it varies due to different meridia. Hope you all understand, and you can understand with diagram also. In astigmatism there is a astigmatic cornea and there are multiple focal points. That means the astigmatic cornea distorts the focal point of light in front or in behind the retina. Okay, so this is a kind of astigmatism as a refractive error in an eye. Then the types of astigmatism. Types of astigmatism is of two types: the regular astigmatism, the irregular astigmatism. Regular one, in this type of astigmatism the refractive power changes from one meridia to another. We all know that there is a refractive error with regular astigmatism. Then it include whenever our refractive power changes from one meridia to another, because it varies with different meridiana. So whenever it changes from one meridia to another, it is in the category, it is in the term of regular astigmatism. And there are the causes of regular astigmatism. So it is corneal astigmatism, it may be due to lenticular astigmatism, it may be due to retinal astigmatism. You may learn this further with the diagrams also. So corneal astigmatism is an abnormality with the curvature of cornea, and lenticular astigmatism is a curvatural changes in lens, positional changes in lens, and the refractive index changes with lens. The retinal astigmatism includes the oblique placement of macula. So these are the causes that creates a regular astigmatism refractive error. Okay, so the types of regular astigmatism, it is of four types: with the rule astigmatism, against the rule astigmatism, oblique astigmatism, and bioblique astigmatism. The with the rule astigmatism is a kind of refractive error in which both the meridian are placed right to one another, but the vertical meridian is more curved to the horizontal meridian. You may learn or understand this further with the diagrams also. So for example, if you are correcting with the rule astigmatism with the concave cylinder, then you will use 180 plus minus 20 degree, and for the convex 90 degree plus minus 20 degree. So these are the kind of corrections we need in the with the rule astigmatism. Then against the rule astigmatism, in this both the meridians are placed at right angle to one another, but the horizontal meridian is more curved than the vertical, just opposite of the with the rule astigmatism. So for this we need to correct for convex 180 plus minus 20 degree, and for concave we need to correct it with 90 plus minus 20 degree. Then the oblique astigmatism. Oblique astigmatism, in this both principal meridia are not horizontal or vertical, though they are at 90 degree to one another. It means in the oblique astigmatism, in a kind of oblique astigmatism, we will see that there is no meridia having horizontal placement or the vertical placement, but they are at 90 degree to each other. That is, for example, 45 and 135 degree. Then the bioblique astigmatism, in this the two principal meridia are not at right angle to each other. It means they are horizontally and vertically, but they are not at right angle to each other, 30 and 100 degree. It means the bi-oblique means that it is only two meridians placed with each other, but no horizontal, no vertical, and no right angle to each other. That is 30 and 100 degree. Then you should see with the diagram also, as I have told you about the etiology, the risk factors. That is, whenever the curvature changes, then it should look like this in the normal, but it should look like this when it gets changed. Okay. Then positional changes of the lens. Positional changes means it get tilted or the oblique placement of the lens. Hope you all understand about this also. Then the index changes. Index changes means that variable refractive index of lens is there in different meridia. Okay, it may be due to diabetes, nuclear sclerosis, and cataract having patients. Means whenever the patient is having diabetes, nuclear sclerosis, cataract, those patients have major chances of getting their refractive index changed. Then the retinal changes. Retinal changes is whenever we have a retina, we should talk about macula also. So this macula get obliquely placed. Okay. Hope you all understand about etiology changes. Then the types. Types means we are talking about two principal meridia placement. Okay, so with the rule is like we are talking about two meridia. So these are at 90 degree, we all know. But what this rule is saying, that the vertical meridia is more curved than the horizontal meridia, as you can see in the image also. Then the against the rule is having a normal meridia. Okay, we all talking about the normal meridias are at 90 degree in against and with the rule, but one meridia is more curved and another meridia is less curved. So here the horizontal meridia is more curved than the vertical meridia. Then oblique astigmatism. Oblique astigmatism is when these two are at 90 degree to each other, but they are not horizontal or no vertical. It means no horizontal and no vertical, but they are at 90 degree to each other. Then bi-oblique means there is no horizontal and vertical, there is no 90 degree, and they are placed like this. Here you can see in the diagram, maybe 30 degree and at 100 degree. Okay, so this is a kind of diagrams I have make for you, so that you may understand better about types and etiology factors. Then the refractive type of regular astigmatism. It is of three types. First one is simple astigmatism, second one is compound astigmatism, and third one is mixed astigmatism. In simple astigmatism, the rays of light are focused in one meridia, either in front or in back of retina. The rays of light are only focused in one meridia in simple astigmatism. Either it will be in front of retina or either it will be in the back of retina. The compound astigmatism is rays of light are focused either in front or in back of retina. It means all these things are related to the focusing of rays of light. In simple, you may learn that the rays of light are focused on retina in one meridian or in other front or behind the retina. Okay, either in front or back of the retina. If it is focusing in front of retina, then it will call simple myopic astigmatism. If it is focusing behind the retina, then it will call simple hypermetropic astigmatism. The compound astigmatism is the kind of astigmatism in which the rays of light in both the meridia are focused. It will be focused in both the meridia, either in front or behind the retina, and in conditions as you can label it as, if it is focusing both the meridia either in front or in behind the retina, then if it is focusing in front of retina, then it will called compound myopic, or if it is focusing behind the retina, then it will called compound hypermetropic. Then the mixed astigmatism. Mixed astigmatism is rays of light are focused in front of retina if in one, meridian, and in another meridian it focused in back. It means the two meridians are dividing, and one meridian get the rays of light in front of the retina, and another meridian gets the rays of light in back of the retina. So this is a kind of mixed astigmatism. Then you may see with the diagram also, in simple, the rays of light are focusing in front, then it is called simple myopic astigmatism, and if it is focusing in back, then it is called simple hypermetropic astigmatism. Then compound means both rays, all the light rays are focused in both the meridia, but if it is focusing in front, then it is called compound myopic, and if it is focusing in back, then it is called compound hypermetropic. The mixed is one meridia are focused in front, as you can see here, and if another rays of light are focusing, then it will be in the back. So this condition is known as mixed astigmatism. Then the symptoms. What are the symptoms we will see for the regular astigmatism? It shows blurring of vision, asthenopic symptoms like headache, eye ache, brow ache, tilting of head seen in the patient having high oblique astigmatism. Tilting of head means whenever the patient is having the astigmatism, oblique astigmatism, as I have told you, no horizontal and no vertical. Oblique astigmatism is no horizontal and no vertical, but they are placed at right angle to one another. So this causes the tilting of head in patient. Squinting may be seen, that is the half closure of lids sometimes, with the half closure of lids sometimes. Reading material may be held close to the eyes, and burning and itching is also there. Burning sensation and itching sensations is also there. So the investigation, what we do as an investigation, we will do retinoscopy to reveal the different power in different axes. Keratometry, or you can say corneal topography, is done to reveal the corneal curvature in two different meridia in corneal astigmatism. Astigmatic fan test is done by fogging technique, and Jackson cross cylinder is done to confirm the power and axis of cylindrical lenses. Okay, so these are kind of investigation we will do in astigmatism. Then the treatment includes the optical treatment. We all know it will be with the cylindrical lenses through spectacles and contact lens. Surgical treatment involve astigmatic keratotomy, limbal relaxing incision, photoastigmatic refractive keratotomy, astigmatic epi-LASIK, astigmatic LASIK, astigmatic C-LASIK. So these are kind of treatment we need to do in surgical treatment of astigmatism. In irregular astigmatism, now as we have learned in first or second slide that the astigmatism is of two types, the regular and irregular. So the second one is here, the irregular astigmatism. Irregular changes of refractive power in different meridia. It means there are no regular changes in refractive power, but there are irregular changes of refractive power in different meridia. There are multiple meridia which admit no geometrical analysis. It means there is no geometrical analysis for irregular astigmatism, and the etiology of irregular astigmatism is, you may see the corneal irregular astigmatism, the lenticular irregular astigmatism, the retinal irregular astigmatism. As you all know, the corneal irregular means there is a irregular changes in corneal curvature, there is irregular changes in lenticular curvature of lens, and positional changes are there, positional irregular changes are there. In refractive index, irregular changes are there in lenticular irregular astigmatism. The retinal irregular astigmatism includes the oblique placement of macula, irregular oblique placement of macula. These irregular means they are not because of the any geometrical changes, but they are because of any disease. They are because of any you can say the patient is having any kind of disease and that causes these kind of changes, then it is considered under the irregular astigmatism. So the clinical features for the irregular astigmatism is symptoms. What we see in the symptoms, the defective vision is seen, the distortion of object is seen, the polyopia. Polyopia means seeing multiple images. So these are the symptoms, and the signs are retinoscopy that reveals the irregular pupillary reflex, slit lamp examination that reveals the corneal irregularity of keratoconus, placido disc test is done to reveal the distorted circles, photokeratoscopy and computerized corneal topography give photographic record of irregular corneal curvature. So these are the kind of signs we see or test for the irregular astigmatism. Now the treatment for irregular astigmatism. The optical treatment of irregular astigmatism is consist of prescribing contact lens which replaces the anterior surface of the cornea for refraction. Phototherapeutic keratotomy PTK, that is performed with excimer laser, may be helpful in patients with superficial corneal scar responsible for irregular astigmatism. This kind of PTK is performed when the patient having excimer laser and that is useful. The excimer laser is useful with the patients having superficial corneal scarring that is responsible for irregular astigmatism. The surgical treatment is indicated in extensive corneal scarring when vision does not improve with contact lens. Whenever the vision is not improving with the contact lens, then there is extensive need of surgical treatment, and that consists of penetrating keratoplasty. So these are the things we had learned in the astigmatism. Hope you all understand about the astigmatism refractive error, and thank you so much for viewing my video. Kindly like it, share it and subscribe my channel so that you will be updated for the videos which are coming in future. Okay, thank you so much.